Hey, what's up guys, my name is Severman and welcome back to another video on my channel. As you can see, different room, same person. So I'm back in Thailand, already been in Thailand at the beginning of the year where they're like those two vlogs, not sure if you remember those, but I'm back on the island, Phuket. Today I will be doing a progressive house stamped records style track. I will try to do a break and a drop. For this video I will be using Sticks Sentio sample pack, which is in my opinion one of the best packs that I have ever tried. I think it comes with over 1000 samples, but what's better in my opinion than even the samples, which are good, is the serum presets. All of these presets again are inspired by Martin Garrix's album Sentio, so check this out. I don't know how they did this, but you got a legit piano in serum here. No idea how they did this. I'll check out the quantum lead. Limitless. This sounds so good. So I'll be using these sounds and presets in today's video. I already have a melody in my head. Let me open up the piano roll. Let's get that melody in. Gonna use a different preset though, one that's better for progressive house.
Five minutes later.
Nice, I like this a lot. Now let's do some chords. I think I'm gonna try one of the piano presets for that. So that's gonna be the bass note. Let's find some harmonies here. I think that sounds good. So since we have the melody already, I'm gonna try to layer some leads. I'm gonna keep this one that we already have. Let's see if we can find some couple good ones to layer to that one. I like this one, maybe with a little bit more release. And what you might know, with the lead layering, I generally try to keep it simple because so often I see the producer layer like 10, 20 layers, like random layers. Just pick good sounds that really complement each other, and then 3, 4, 5 will do the job usually. Maybe this one also with a little bit more release. Gonna go for a fourth one. Let's see what else we got. I like this one. It doesn't sound too much like the other ones, the super sauce. It's more like lower register, kind of more of a body type lead. You know what though? I think I'm gonna add one more, either a plug or a piano to those. Actually gonna make this a little bit more wet. Nice, just some quick processing. I'm gonna add low cut to the piano because with these pianos you usually have some low rumble in there. You know what, I'm gonna do the lead bus processing later on because first I want to get in the other sounds. Let's see if we can find a cool bass. This could be a nice mid bass. Gonna keep this one, but I want to have a proper sub bass first. like this bass as well, but also more as a mid bass layer. This one sounds like a nice clean sub. I'm gonna keep this as a sub. So here obviously make sure to get rid of the sub in your mid basses. Also gonna do the processing here later on. Now let's get in some chord synths. I like this one. The follow one preset sounds cool. Let's see if we can find another one. Go with the forever one. Almost sounds like it has a choir in it, which I really like. Then I want to add an ARP as well. Cool, so now we got the bassline, chords, leads, we got a nice ARP as well. Drums are missing, so let's check out what kind of drums we have here. So you can see this has, I'm not sure if they sampled from the tracks, but so for example, this says the Aurora kick, this one, Starlight kick, the Hurricane kick, or the Won't Let You Go. I like this one. Let's go for this one. What I always recommend for the kicks is to shorten them a little bit, because you just still need some space for your sub bass. So I usually shorten it like halfway. Right, I'm gonna add in some more drums like claps, rides, crashes, and then once I have all of them in, I will show them.
15 minutes later.
Alright guys, so I add a couple of drums. So again, kick drum. Also did some slight mixing with the drums. So on the kick, I just lowered the bass a little bit, boosted the highs to make it a bit more snappy. Then we have a clap. Just finding the right volume here. Clap fill. A ride as well. Then I have a crash with some delay. Then we got some downlifters. Then this reverse effect sample. A reverse crash. The fill. And then we also have an additional snare fill here. So all drums together again sound like that. Now obviously we have mixed in the other sounds, so let's take care of those. So I'm gonna start with the leads. So first of all, I'm gonna do some EQ in here. You just have to low cut at 200, set a high cut at 16K. And obviously let me add the sidechain first, because it's gonna sound terrible without the sidechain. Sounds good here. Let me add the P controller. As you know, I use this for the reverb, so we're able to sidechain the wet signal to the dry signal. I usually increase the high at the low cut in the reverb, else it's gonna be too muddy. Decay time, I usually go for 3.5 seconds on the leads. Now we want to link the wet signal to the P controller P on the lead bus, and then set this to inverted. And we just gotta fine tune the volume knob and decay time. So I usually reduce the decay a little bit, smoothens out that sidechain, it makes it a bit less aggressive. That's sounding good. I'm gonna add a OTT, but I'm gonna add it before the reverb because it's gonna compress the reverb too much. Just like a little bit. And then I also like to use transpire on the lead bass to add a little bit more punch. Enhances that trend. It makes, instead of like it makes it like it makes it a bit more snappy and punchy. Then also whenever I mix my sounds, I already put the master effects on. One trick here, you can use the Fruity Wave Shaper as a limiter, and it's gonna hard clip your output at 0 dB. That allows you to push your track as loud as possible, and it's not gonna cause any pumping or anything. So then I'm gonna do some additional EQing. I feel like this region here is a bit too present. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. And I'm also gonna bring down the highs a bit. I feel like they're a little bit sharp. So I feel like there's a bit too much like 600 Hertz in here. This is sounding good. Now let's mix in the chords. I'm gonna start with the sidechain. Quick EQing. Maybe it's a little bit of sound codizer. Sound codizer helps to boost the highs and makes it a little bit wider. Can make a sound pop better in the mix. And then always double check with the kick, because I kind of use the kick as a base for everything else. So I mix everything to my kick. Let's bring in the leads. I'm gonna get rid of some of that bass in here. That's okay for now, I would say. Let's mix in the bass. We already took out the sub here and the mid bass. Let's start with some sidechain here. So for the sidechain on my bass, I usually use Grosby because it gives you a little bit more flexibility over the curve. With span, I always aim for like around -30 when you play kick and sub. What I do sometimes is add some type of resonance on the bass line, because this can really help to make it a bit more aggressive, give a more dirty character and make it pop in the mix. Then it's not really an underrated trick anymore, but there's this effector plugin in FL Studio. This one really helps to add this talk box bass sound. And then what I like to do is add modulation. So I set this to 8 basically, and then add a little bit of modulation, maybe 20. So we kind of move this, it won't keep it at like a fixed level. A little bit, like 8% or something. Right, let's do the ARP real quick. So the ARP seems to be pretty mono-ish right now. With these ARP sounds, I would spread them out. So you have space for all the other sounds like the leads and stuff. Maybe the hyper chorus. Yeah, I like that. You can see it spreads it out. And then our low and high cut. Right, let's check out everything. I'm gonna duplicate this and then I'm gonna add some additional stuff to the second half of the drop. So maybe some top loops. So this is a hurricane top loop. So maybe this, check it out. I'm gonna low cut this though. I think C, like one semitone higher, is gonna work better with the key over song. Maybe this one as well, is C sharp as well. I'm gonna send it to the same channel. I think what we're still missing is like a couple of atmosphere sounds. So we have an atmosphere folder in here as well. Got like a limitless atmosphere. I think this is gonna work well. C sharp as well. Maybe a second one. Just gonna cut it here and then loop it up. Just a little bit of sidechaining as well. Pretty damn nice, I like it a lot. Right, I think drop we can say is pretty much finished. Might not be perfect, also I'm not able to mix it perfectly because I only got my headphones. I don't have my speakers here in Thailand with me right now. Obviously I'm just sitting in the living room. But okay, so we got the drop. Let's add a break, short break, and a build up to finish up this idea. So we could try to start off the break using those ambient sounds that we already have. Just want to automate the sidechain because we don't need that here. Right, now I want to add a new break bass. I will not have this one follow the chords. I want this to be more sustained on one note to create some like suspense at the beginning of the track. I like this. This is sounding dope AF on the bass. This synth is sounding very upfront and dry, so I want to put this a little bit into the background. Right, we need some more claps, I think. sub drop and then into the build up. You just kind of obviously need at some point needs to introduce the drop melody, maybe in the build up, probably makes sense, and the chords as well. I'm gonna add some automation to the leads here. I'm gonna, I'm gonna introduce all of the drop sounds here in the build up. I think that makes sense. I'm just gonna link those to the same filter automation stuff. So now again, we got a filter, volume automation. And then we could keep this drum loop in here. Maybe add some additional snares on here. I mean, we already have this snare fill, so we might as well just use this one. Yeah, honestly, I think we just need some downlifters here as well. It also makes sense to sort of speed this guy up here. It just keeps playing the floor to the floor rhythm. Alright, so I also just added those clap effect sounds from the drop to the break and build up, this one. And then we also need some sidechain for when this kick loop comes in on for the bass here, sidechain for the bass. Like that, and then also a little bit of sidechain on that lead. Cool. I wanna try something right before the build up. I wanna add some type of LFO volume thing on the break lead. Let me try this out real quick. So I'm gonna use ground speed for this, and there is this. It's the speed up gate or the slow down gate, I think it is. Yep. Automate the mix knob. Nice, I think that's pretty damn cool. Then I'm also gonna add some automation on the master, some volume automation, maybe a little bit of endless smile. So for the volume automation, I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit, like maybe down to like 74%. And obviously the default is at 80%. So that's like what, 1 dB, 1.5 maybe, something. Then a little bit of endless smile. So that's like the standard preset, the first one. Also not too much here, maybe 30% or something. Let's go 25. I don't want too much of this. Then I'm also gonna automate the volume of the sub bass just to give the drop a little bit more impact. I'm actually gonna bring this one all the way down. I feel like the beginning of the break still needs 1 or 2 additional elements. Maybe like some one-shot synth with a lot of reverb. See what we can do. Alright guys, so I've added one more sound. It's like a hi-hat drum loop with a filter that I'm introducing here, added it to the breakbeat. I think I'm pretty much finished. I'm pretty happy with this. Let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments. And if you want to have the pack, there is a 10% discount. It's an affiliate link, so you also support me without any additional cost for you guys. So again, I can definitely recommend this pack. It's really one of the craziest packs I've ever seen. Definitely get it. Let's check out the final result. Let's go.